one of the most common Battlezone failures are that the chip sockets start to fail. Now, the cheapest way to actually fix this is I bought what's called a high score save unit, which actually replaces all of the ROMs, the CPU, and consolidates a bunch of the electronics right on this little circuit board here. And that just plugs in where the CPU used to go with another CPU on top. Now, when it boots up, the first thing this all does is this board uses, the CPU uses these two RAM chips to start the system. It sends out a signal over here to start the sound up and to also, let's see, shut off the start button light. And then it starts watching for button presses over there. And so this is hooked up so I can kind of see what's going on. And so what I'm going to do here is, you can see in normal mode now, it does actually boot up and it shuts the light off. But what we can also see here is if you watch the screen in the background, it'll drop 2 quarters. Let's see here. 1, 2. And as soon as I hit the start button here, you'll see the game crash, and you'll see it on the screen. Let's see here. There. So it tried to start and it reset everything. Now, what I was able to figure out here is, well, it's supposed to have beep codes. For some reason the sound doesn't work. Going through the circuit board, I found out that both of the LM324 chips up here are blown out. I guess that's a common failure when the power supply blows. When the power supply failed, it probably overvolted a lot of the analog stuff, meaning that those probably got fried. And that's probably why they aren't working right now. So I'll get some spare chips. They're only a few bucks. Pop them in. That should be fine. Until then, what I did was I traced the schematic back and I hooked up my other probe directly to the audio output. So what I can do now is, let's see, flip it into self-test mode. And if I hit this, the blue line will show us, let's see, short, so that's short, long. Yep, so let's do that again. We got, this is like what we'd hear for beep. So we got short, long. Okay, so that refers to this RAM chip right here being bad. And so that would explain why it initially boots up okay, which is done off these 2 chips, and then fails when it goes to load the game. So I'll get that chip replaced, and I'll get the audio amp chips replaced, and then we'll see what we have.